But now it's time for our business guru, Theo to catch up with two struggling pairs of entrepreneurs whose fortunes he's been following this year.
Yes, one is finding that the road to success is a bit bumpy, and the other has been having difficulty getting noticed.
I've met hundreds of wannabe entrepreneurs in my time with great ideas, but there's a big difference between a great idea and a money-making business. So last year, I was cautiously optimistic when meeting father and son, Malcolm and Matthew, and university pals, Ed and Viraj.
You'd be one of the first to join the scheme.
OK, sounds interesting.
We'll see the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, and maybe some ugly. Rookie inventors Matthew and Malcolm from Leeds had come up with this Heath Robinson-style contraption called the Jigsaw. It's actually a faster, better way to fix the potholes that plague our roads.
Mills out the pothole into a larger, uniform-shaped hole.
Right, OK.
And into this, we put a pre-formed tarmac block of the same shape. The reason we call it the Jigsaw system is it's like putting the last piece in a jigsaw puzzle.
OK. Meanwhile, London business partners Ed and Viraj had dreamt up a clever new way for companies to advertise.
We connect advertisers with car owners, and in the process we let them put adverts on their car. So for the car owner, that's a great way of earning extra money without changing drastically the way they use their car.
Both were interesting concepts, but they were a million miles away from making it in the brutal world of business. When I got to see their prototype, pothole pioneers Matthew and Malcolm had a very deep hole to dig themselves out of.
Guys, state of the art. It's a load of old junk.
Our engineer took it apart, and unfortunately, before he had the time to put it back together, he died.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's
a real problem.
That's a problem.
They needed serious investment to get their jigsaw back together again.
To complete the design, we need £43,000.
Where is that money going to come from?
As for the car quids boys, they had drivers queuing up to have ads plastered on their cars, but no advertisers.
4,000 drivers waiting for you to ring them, and you've not rang one yet because you haven't got any advertisers. Is that because you're a rubbish salesman?
It's been over a year since I last saw the boys, and I'm keen and a little apprehensive to see how they've got on. Since we last met, Ed and Viraj have signed up some advertisers, but they've also hired technical whiz Henry.
Over the past couple of months, we've been building a web app for advertisers to better understand where their cars might have been and where their brand might have been seen. We're supplying all our drivers with little GPS devices.
And then you can go on an app and you can see where the car is.
Yep.
Tracker.
Yep.
So now you're saying if the car's not moving, you'll know about it. Excellent.
And that new technology has already brought in new business.
We'll have between 50 and 100 cars on the road within the next 6 months.
If you can actually deliver what you're claiming here, you have got uniqueness. You have a fantastic opportunity to get out there and be successful.
So there's half a chance that the car quids boys are on the right road. But what of pothole fixers Matthew and Malcolm? Have they managed to put their jigsaw back together again? To give them some inspiration, we meet up at the Science Museum.
Have you managed to actually bring it up to date as a working prototype?
No, we haven't, but there's a good reason for that.
Well, there better be.
We've been working with a major utilities firm who are actually interested in our system for reaching their utilities under the ground, under pavements and roads, and at the moment it's a 3-day job. With our system, they can do it in an afternoon, and that's what they're interested in.
Is it really that big that it's life-changing?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Yes, this is
It is
gigantic.
huge.
This is a gigantic project for us.
So they give you money to design it, money to develop it. When you make it, they'll buy it off you.
Yes.
Does that mean you'll be millionaires?
These four guys started with two great ideas, but ideas don't pay the bills, and I really didn't rate their chances of turning those ideas into cold, hard cash.
What a transformation. They've gone from a business plan that, in my mind, was structurally unsound to one that's got great potential.
Both pairs are now close to running successful businesses. But trust me, there's plenty of hard work ahead before the dream becomes reality.
It's been successful. See, they sound very confident, Theo. But I can't help thinking, are they slightly overconfident? I mean, is this really going to happen?
I think your radar's very good. It's a long way from a good idea being a money-making idea.
Yeah.
And they're looking over the precipice. They can either be over the side and fail and join the annuals of failed businesses, or alternatively, be mega.
All right.
Which one will it be?
Well, if you had to choose, which one would you put your money on?
I'd go digging holes, definitely.
Potholes.
Definitely.
But the original idea, I love that. I think
Do you like that?
I think
It's good,
it's
isn't it?
genius. I really do. So, well, let's talk about other small businesses then. Has 2015 been a good year? And what's the forecast?
Well, it's not been too bad. It's been pretty mixed. So there's been loads of challenges. We've had auto enrolment for pensions for small businesses, the living wage, which is coming in, and minimum wage, which is a bit of a challenge. But the biggest one of all has been skill shortages. Believe it or not, in this country, the biggest problem we got in business is skills. And we have got such a shortage at the moment.
Okay.
What sort of businesses have done well then? Is it sort of more food-based?
Well, I think surprisingly, really small lifestyle businesses have come of age because technology has allowed lifestyle businesses to actually flourish, reach customers, and a lot of mums been at home looking after kids, being able to put businesses together around their lifestyles, which has been brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
What do they call it? Kitchen tabletop business.
That's right.
And it's worked because before you need to spend millions of pounds to reach a customer. Now you've got the web. It's brilliant.
And
personalisation.
Carol, you've had a couple of businesses.
I have, yes. I had a TV production company in the 90s that sort of became a victim of its own success. So I had about 30 to 40 people working for me at that time. I used to make education programmes because that's my passion. So when you said about the skill set, that's absolutely, I know we've got shortage of maths, science, engineering and so on. And then I couldn't manage that many people and be a TV presenter, so I had to close that business, sadly. And then 5 years ago, I set up my online maths school, which I'm very proud of, called themathsfactor.com. And the children do tremendously well.
I didn't hear that one.
Managing the people. Theo, managing people, I mean, that's an interesting one. What's the top tip as far as managing that many people is concerned?
Listen, there's no top tip. The biggest thing I can say to you is you've got to have patience and listen.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
And have time.
And you've got to have time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But we have got the school show, 21st of November at the NEC. That, if you're a kid, don't know what you're going to do, worth visiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Theo, thank you very much.